Hey, what's up, Internet? This is Dungeon Master Eric, and we are about to begin with Gaia Chronicles. This is our first episode, and right now I have been sick, and I sound like an F-150 commercial. So please forgive me on that. We are going to introduce our lovely cast. One of our members is still just a bit late. They are on their way in, but let us bring in our characters to the stage.
Ooh.
All right. Um, so let's just again, this is Mr. Eric and a Gaia Chronicles. I've tried super excited to bring it to you. Working on it for too long, and I've been ready to just start playing. Um, who is the least shy?
Which theater kid wants to go
There you
first?
go. There you go.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you
Hi,
will.
my name is Finn. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Connor's younger sibling. I'll be playing as Penny, whose pronouns are also they, them.
I'll go next. I'm Connor. I'm Finn's older sibling. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing as Cypress, whose pronouns I think are also he, him.
All right, hold on. Let me switch audio.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'll be playing Norm Allman. I go by they, them, but they, him, and Norm will be going by they, them. And he's just as excited as me to be here.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Damon. My pronouns are he, him, and I will be playing Davin, whose pronouns are also he, him. And I'm excited.
Good.
Super excited. I'm so excited to be here, guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
It's the greatest.
It's a thing that's happening, and it's happening right now.
Right
It's
now.
We're hanging out. We're making friends.
So many friends.
So much.
I have friends. I definitely have friends.
Friends, friendly friends.
All right. Well, while we are waiting on our last player, let's go ahead and begin our intro. All right, our first intro waiting on Riku. All right.
That was a really wonderful intro, by the way.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
That intro was
Gorgeous.
dope. So let's go ahead and do that. That intro was made by our amazing Joff, who is helping us at Vibe Tribe Productions. Amazing talent helping us out with all of our tech, our animations, audios, everything, putting that together for us. way smarter than me. At least, I mean, I can use a pen and pencil.
Yay.
I know. I kind of want to show it again, dragons. I mean, I keep watching it. It keeps getting better.
Better and better and better. Oh, wow.
Careful.
The boy.
Are you gasping because of my cat's
The
tail?
boy.
He's here.
I have
the
both cats right
man.
now, and they are not happy with each other, so it's fine.
Oh, well. Can
I
you
know.
That
can you blame
happens.
one of them?
I can't.
Trying to figure out which one of these puts you guys in the center and just leaves me on the bottom. It's not that
None
one.
of them.
It's not that one.
I don't think.
We're a family, so you have to be with us.
Yeah.
Okay. Joff, we need your help.
Yay.
So, you know what? I hate
Chicken
to
butt.
do this, but well, also yes.
The cat.
Yes, this is the other one. She's eating
And
my
she's
thumb.
eating your finger.
She's very poor.
Oh,
She's only 3 pounds.
She is.
She's just a baby.
She is
She's
just a
baby.
poor baby. You'll be all right.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh my.
What is it, Damon?
I gave up carbonated beverages a while back, off and on, for weight management, diet, those kind of things, and but I do partake every now and then. I figured, because for me, it is 10:47 in the evening, Eastern time right now. I'm gonna need the caffeine, so so I was like, let me get one for now, and let that be your thing. But I've gotten unused to drinking them, so like, oh yay, the burpees are happening. That's wonderful. So
Yes, good. On a live stream, no less.
I know
Yeah.
the worst part.
I should go get me his throat.
Well, I've also got a wonderful hacking cough.
Yes.
Yay! I'm hydrating.
I'm
I've had-
dehydrated.
I've had like, oh gosh, I had a lot of water today. That's the other.
Guys, as much as I want to just sit here and wait, we are already 18 minutes in. So let's get moving.
I agree.
As we find ourselves in the city of Idris, celebrating the Centennial Peace Festival, as the human capital of Idris has made peace, and the Kalem family has brokered that peace with the rest of the world, a world of elves and dwarves and gnomes and halflings, herringons, so many diverse races, and all of the fighting has stopped, the backbiting has ended, and we are now celebrating 100 years of peace. And for this festival, we are brought to one of the noble estates as the late afternoon sun still shines beautifully on the ground. Beautiful topiary gardens, a light set up the paths, beautiful cobblestone pathways that bring us in. As you see a number of stalls built, tents set up. You can smell sweet treats and savory meats. I'm sure there's a vegan dish somewhere. For the herringons, rather.
unless you're the rabbit from Holy Grail, but never mind.
Do not make a heron gone barbarian angry. They will jump 3 miles to kill you.
There you
True.
go.
Oh
I've
God.
seen it happen.
The beautiful wrought iron gates are open to everyone. As you guys are coming in, you can actually see the castle in the distance off to your left. It's practically a stone's throw away. No one's ever allowed in this part of the city without special permissions. You're wondering, is this part of the actual castle grounds, or is it a separate noble estate? If you guys know anything about the history of this place, you're certainly allowed to check.
I will say.
Which city are we in?
We're in
The city
Idris.
of Idris.
Idris.
I paid attention.
I will say Gavin has. I think I'm of us. I think I'm the one that has lived on this like close by the longest. I think, yeah, we'll say that. So I will get into here real quick because I'm new to this part. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. All right. Come on. Character sheet, open up. Thank you very much. And I will do you said history?
Yes.
Ooh, we'll see how that goes. There comes the fun part. Here we go, folks. First roll of the game.
You spent time on this continent, but this is your first trip to Idris.
Mm-hmm.
Your base of operations in Clement, though a very nice town, a mining town that provides you with plenty of ore for work. Unfortunately, you have not had the experience of the big city.
Not yet, anyway.
I'll also make a history roll.
All right.
Let's see. All right, roll. Oh.
What is it? What is it?
So I got a 7. Let's see, but my history is a 4, so it would be 11.
Okay. Norm, you sort of grew up just north of here. Now, just north of here on a map is a little different than just north of here by foot. And so you know the city of Idris. You know that it's south of Fort Astra. The significant difference is what the city looks like. You know all about the Kalem family, that this is their home, and that this is where they have promoted the 100 Years Peace and have kept the kingdoms safe. And have created joint military efforts, and everybody's working together and sharing and free trade with each other. Unfortunately, the town itself and the more discreet details of their histories elude you.
Can I go next?
Absolutely.
Okay. Wait, hang on. I don't have the thing up. Wait. Yeah. Dirty 20,
Yay.
baby.
Oh, wow.
That's why I wanted to go third, because it's funnier that way.
It'd be funnier if you rolled a 7.
You're funny.
I mean, for 3 for 3, that would be great.
It'd be funny.
I would enjoy it. Did we get the lucky 7 bonus? It's a
You have to get all. You have to get all 4.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, good reference. You have inspiration.
Fuck yeah.
Aww.
Cypress, as you've made your way here through your varying history and the paths you've taken to get here, there's one thing you've always done. Know what's around the next corner. Being prepared means staying alive. And as you've come here, you've come to know that this estate actually belongs to the Sirius family. They're cousins of the Kalums. As you arrive here, you already know that the estate itself, though massive and expansive, including beautiful gardens, a hedge maze on the property, farms extending past the actual manor house to provide for the actual home itself, to prevent, if any sort of, hey, there's comes Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
To supply them with any sort of oddity that they may enjoy all the time. You know that one group who just always seems to want strawberries?
Yep.
Well, they have their own farmland here. So whatever thing that they are wanting, they are going to have. And of course, you have the Sirius Manor lesser and Sirius greater as the two houses that actually encircle these grounds. The one set of large wrought iron gates opens up, and the cobblestone roads split, and this festival is set up right in the middle, right in the green between them. So, we are going to backtrack just a little bit. Bear with us. As Riku, go ahead, introduce yourself and your character. Came in late, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no. Hello, everybody. Sorry for being late. I'm Riku. He, him pronouns. And I am playing Drolor, who is, once I can remember how it's said, is Stuamandian Rogadin chronologist wizard, which in this is a time mage.
Nice.
From Hammerheim. I wasn't sure what else are we given.
Well, as you guys all arrive, the Centennial Fair, a grand celebration of culture and achievements, is in full swing. People from all walks of life gather together to enjoy the festivities, revel in the entertainment, and witness remarkable displays of technological advancements. The air is filled with excitement and anticipation as visitors explore the various booths and attractions. As you guys all come in, one of the largest things that catch your eye is the menagerie. Just a makeshift zoo set up in the middle. Apart from that, you see a number of different booths. People playing darts, throwing axes, apple bobbing, a beanbag toss, people playing horseshoes, spinning the wheel, people looking for small colored balls inside of designated areas. A shady individual looks like they're playing some sort of card game where you just happen to be looking for the red queen amongst the two blackjacks as they quickly move their hands. People playing cups of dice, the silk maze, and the hedge maze. There's a small mock tournament set up for various people to come in and test their mettle. Archery stalls, jousting, and live performers. Amidst all of that, bakery set up. The summer kitchen is open. And as you sit here, again, the smell of all the sweet treats and the savory meats all avail you. As you look around, as you guys have all come in separately, the first thing that you all notice is the over 7 foot tall, bald and thick white hair, just massively, monstrously built man in simple gray robes with his walking stick. About the size of a tree trunk. A small tree, a young tree. Next thing you notice is a suit of a man in full plate. Face shields down, still in this heat in the day, still completely covered. Seems to be walking around.
He's
Hey.
vigorously just sketching everything. Like he's like a kid in a candy store seeing like somebody's puking from like the festivities, and he's like, "Whoa, fascinating!" Like just sketching everything.
Wow, we got our first bot.
Get him! Get him!
Woo!
Yay!
Be their friend, kick them out. In that order.
Oh wow!
Why should I pay for a chatbot when I could be my own chatbot?
True.
Even I can sit here, watch a YouTube video, type up macros, and hit F1.
Ha ha ha! Yay.
The next thing you guys hear as you guys begin marching in is the ring of hammer on anvil. As the sound catches your ear, you turn towards it. A young, handsome, dark-skinned humanoid catches your eye.
Yeah. And it's odd because he's tall and big. Not as tall as the bald dude, but pretty tall.
He's a short giant.
Yeah, short giant. Like skinny fat. I don't know. Anyway.
He's a twunk.
There you go. He's a twunk. He is definitely a twunk. And his father is also there. So Devarian is there. So Devarian will be talking with people. Devarian is the more social of the two of us. I'm the worker. So I'm, kind of going on hammering this item. I'm assuming something that our last minute order that we are getting and waiting. Someone's waiting patiently while we're getting it ready. So yeah. Me. Bless you.
Thank you. The next thing you become aware of, amongst all of the other people, someone about the height of a young, not toddler, but an older child, except they're completely fully dressed, almost tailored clothing, covered in small vials.
And they have adorable, long bunny ears. And that's all you need to know at this point about Cypress, who may or may not be a bunny humanoid.
What? That was Cypress?
It was Cypress. Who's to say? Who would have guessed?
Nice.
And the last one that really catches your eye immediately, as you mostly enter at similar times, is a live feminine figure with this cute, mousy cut brown hair, and Finn, describe Penny.
Well, Penny is a live feminine figure with a mousy um, Penny is 5'3", has a green fern tattoo visible on their neck, has brown hair, blue eyes, and is dressed all in green, and is standing kind of close to Cypress.
Fun.
As you guys all begin to make your way in and starting to enjoy some of the sights, the next individuals that you begin to notice are a man dressed all in blue. Looks like he has like a knight's pauldrons on his shoulders. A large sword is strapped to his back. Light, kind of almost golden blonde. As he sits here in his tall traveling boots, and his dark-haired, feminine companion, as they sit here looking around stalls, as she sits here and beckons him on, as he complains about feeling lost in this place. And they begin to make their way out, just out of your way. As you guys continue up, you see another group. You see a young man in a motley assortment of colors. Blue tunic, orange scarf, green trousers, bright red hair. Just a huge shock of this bright red hair. And an elven-styled, single-edged, curved blade hangs from his hip. As he's sitting there running around going, I should be careful. Weird stuff happened the last time I was at a fair. As he slowly starts backing away from any attractions.
Hmm.
Where do you go first? What do you want to visit?
I will have taken a 10 from... I would have finished that item and then started walking around. That was the last thing Dad wanted me to work on. So he said once I was done with that, I was free to go. So I will have started making my way around the fair. I would love to try a game, like maybe see if there's maybe a strength game. I would mind that,
Okay.
like a arm wrestling or something similar along those lines. That would be kind of fun.
You'd be able to find arm wrestling over at probably one of the meat houses.
Cool.
In the meantime, though, as you're on your way, the axe throw.
Oh, that sounds good. Yes, we'll do axe throw.
All right, you get 3 chances. All the games are free today.
Sweet. Here comes the fun part.
As you go ahead and make a strength check.
Sweet. Hold on, dear butts. Oh, that's the save. That's not me. That's not what I meant. Sorry. Getting used to this. There we go. Strength. Oh, Even better, 18.
So as you sit here, you have made these.
Oh.
You know the balance point. As you sit here, you know your father's trained you on some of the basic uses of these. As you sit here, knowing the balance point, you know how to hold it. You know your release time. As you go for your first throw, dead bullseye.
Neat. I kind of cock my head and look at that and be like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And then I'll take the next one and try again. And here we go. That is a natural 20 for 25.
Sorry, this cough has got me.
It's all
As
right.
you sit here, looking at that, looking at this, and knowing how much harder you could throw, it's all about the release, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you just turn half sideways, as you go ahead and just put everything into it, you send this axe as it sends sparks off the other axe next to it as you split the log.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that, folks.
Oh, okay, you calm down. Here, as he hands you a handful of these small wooden chits.
Thank you. Anything else?
Well, not right now. I gotta set something else up.
Okay. Davin will laugh. In that, like, I didn't know I could do that, but he's really fucking impressed with himself. Like, he's really happy with, like, fuck yeah, awesome. But he knows that he is, it's going to delay everybody else, and everyone, there might be some faces that are going to be a little upset. So he kind of nods and smiles and turns heel and just like slowly walks away, because that's it. I know I get a third throw, but I know that's not going to happen. So carry on, and I'll walk away slowly.
As you begin to walk away, there's 3 people behind you looking at you with a little bit of hostility and a little bit of jealousy.
That's right. Be jealous. He says in his head. He doesn't say that out loud.
Hostility because they have to wait their turn to try and win these chits. And jealousy because those chits are used to trade them for free food and drink.
Yes. Perfect.
So you now have enough chits in your hand to get yourself wildly drunk.
Perfect.
Or you could be sensible and also get a meal.
I will probably get a meal and maybe a drink. But I'll pocket the chits away and just sort of make my way. Now I guess I'll make my way to the food hall, because I just worked up an appetite.
Absolutely. So, anybody else?
I could go.
All right.
So I think as Penny is wandering through the fair, they see what was going on at the axe throwing and see that impressive mark of strength and accuracy, and I think Penny is going to follow the tall, mysterious stranger to the food.
Okay.
And Cypress will be following Penny, offset by about 10 feet.
So, as you guys are moving from one location to the next, the axe throwing was just down here.
Mm-hmm.
The meat hall's over here.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the bakery.
Okay.
That's out of the summer kitchen.
Now, games are free, but we have to pay for food and drinks.
Or you can win free food and drinks.
Is there by chance a eating contest?
If you look around, would you like to roll a wisdom
Or a
check?
drinking contest?
Roll a wisdom check.
Or a simultaneous eating and drinking contest.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That's playing hard mode.
Mm-hmm. So, perception?
No, we're not trained in any perception.
Okay.
So just
okay.
wisdom.
So just straight wisdom. Okay. Let's see. Why did I break it up?
Oh, Dan. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I got anything. I'm not the wisest guy. I'm just going around drawing as best as I can.
As the large person in plate mail seems to be meandering about. Wait a minute. Food, drinks. As you find yourself moving closer towards the menagerie, because they have to feed the animals, right?
Perfect. All right, I see a few people. I'm like, oh, this is where the real treats are. And so I see a few four-legged fellows, and I'm like, hello, is this? And they're just like chomping on whatever is in front of them, and it's like, oh, this must be where the good stuff is. And so I immediately am just like looking around, and I'm just grabbing some and just throwing it into my helmet, and I'm like, scrumptious. And I look at them, and they just look at me and just keep on eating. And I'm like, all right, this is a very good time. I think I'm doing this festival thing perfectly.
As one of the people that's running these stalls here, he is old and wiry. You can tell that he used to be much bigger when he was younger. As he sits here with his loose skin, but still his rippling form hidden underneath it, you see the scar right next to his eye. As he looks at you, soldier, not on a march. You don't have to eat oats out here with the animals. Hey,
I'm sorry, what?
This isn't a long march. You don't have to eat the oats with the animals.
But there's plenty of it here. Am I taking too much?
No, we've got plenty. If that's what you like. I've done it before myself. I could only eat a handful of oats. The horse ate the rest of the bag. But it kept us going.
Do you have any food for yourself, or are these oats just here for? Not that I'm asking for your food. These oats are plenty for me.
I mean, I have my own stuff, and of course, there's also plenty of the summer kitchen's putting out all sorts of stuff. Somebody's chasing somebody else around because they stole their sweet roll.
Sweet rolls. Would you like some of these sweet rolls, or may I procure some for you?
I've already had 2 today.
How about these horses? Or these gentlemen here? Your horses.
Well, I mean, they're good horses. They're still not quite gentlemen yet. And be careful for that when he bites.
Well, maybe he's just wanting to bite into a sweet roll. Here, I'll go get some. And I'll immediately start walking over to find some sweet rolls for this horse.
All right. Well, take care.
I'll be back.
Okay. I'll be here. Oh, thankfully he was wearing his helmet. Anyone else?
I think Drollor was interested in checking out maybe some of the shops that are around, not necessarily food, but things such as trinkets, jewelry, things of that sort.
So there are a few small kiosks set up, and that's exactly what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Small wooden bangles, wooden rings, nothing that's going to take any significant amount of time. These are all just cheap things that's supposed to, provide you with the memory. The symbol of peace is engraved on them. And while we have ours in our world, they have theirs in their world. And so a symbol is supposed to last and show the prosperity of everyone. As you go around, you find very irregularly shaped beads, because it's very hard to make precision spheres. But just drilled small irregular balls strung up, and they have bead necklaces, bead bracelets, actual formed bangles. Those actually sit on a tray along with the rings. It looks like those cost little bits of money. Anything that took precision work to do, any significant amount of care, they're charging for.
When Drollor is looking at a lot of these items, you can see him kind of like playing with his fingers, maybe rubbing his neck, knowing that being such a large figure is normally not much his size. So whenever he does something that he thinks will fit, he kind of gets a little excited. So he's going to be looking for anything that is made for someone of his stature at this place, if anything.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually what he says to himself anyway. So he knows his issues.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence. That'll be a 16.
There's certainly no way any of these rings are going to fit you.
Mm-hmm.
But a small bangle might fit your finger.
Yeah.
So you start looking through the children's bangles area,
Mm-hmm.
and you find one that you can fit up your first knuckle.
I take a look at it, and it's just I don't know, like it gives him, he kind of gives a smile at it, as if like just happy to have something to remember this by. And he's gonna take a look at the vendor and say, how much for this ring?
That would be, that's a bangle, not a ring. I
Oh,
guess it's a ring to you.
yeah. I sorry, didn't mean to offend by calling it something different.
No, you're just taller than most of our folk.
I get that a lot.
Well, this one's priced at 8 guild.
Mm-hmm. Did we say how much gil we're starting with?
You guys would have had all starting money saved up.
Okay.
So it's really not an issue.
Yeah. All right.
An 8 guild is essentially 8 copper pieces.
Gotcha. Yes. Well, and he's gonna pick out enough guild and pay the vendor, and toss in a couple extra as a thank you for helping him out. You could see he has this large smile on his face from finding something.
You might be able to use this necklace as a bracelet if you wanted it too.
Ooh. I'll take a look at the necklace. Definitely.
This one is a little bit more expensive, even though the individual beads are less work, but there's a lot of them.
Fantastic work.
It's really not.
You gotta give yourself more credit where it's due. Like,
no, I give myself the credit. I made the rings and bangles. My brother made the beads.
Well,
Sibling rivalry at its best, right there.
like, oh, well,
yeah, he waited until just a couple of weeks ago to start to make all these for the festival.
Well, you both do amazing work, I will say.
Do you want anything engraved on it? I can chisel something in.
Yes, I actually would. Could you put the name Aelin on it?
Is that A-I-L or A-E-L?
A-E-L-Y-N.
Okay, glad you said Y-N. I was going to assume either an E or an I.
Happens more than you think.
This is about the middle. This is where the top of your wrist will show up. So, and she starts to take a small chisel and just start to lightly carve it, and then go slightly deeper.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes you about a half hour to go through the entire process for the full name and buying it all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. This
Is that your special lady?
no. It's my sister's name.
Aww. Wish I
Yeah.
had a better brother. Penny's making a best friend right now. I didn't even know it.
Yes. Aww. Well, she was really great to me. Unfortunately, I hope to hopefully show her this when I find her.
Did y'all get into a fight?
No.
Oh, she's just not here yet. Well, she's got to get here soon. The fireworks.
Yeah. Yeah, she should be here in time for the fireworks.
Okay, she's gonna love this.
Yeah.
I would love for my brother to try and just do something for me thoughtfully.
You know, sometimes you I'm sure he appreciates you a lot more than you think. He might not show it all the time, but trust me, with that kind of familial bond, it's there. But thank you.
I certainly hope you're right. I was born in the house. He literally was born in a barn.
Like, Joe is like, okay, you have an interesting relationship. Well, I guess I better get ready for her arrival. But thank you.
It was really nice to meet you, Drolor.
Very nice to meet you too. Sorry, I didn't get.
Oh, Anwin.
Edwin, pleasure to meet you. And hopefully this isn't the last time our paths cross. And
I hope not.
And Drolar is gonna start walking away, and you see he's rubbing the name that's on the now bracelet he owns on his wrist.
So, Damon, as you sit here, you continue to make your way closer to. You made your way to the meadery by this point.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I will
roll a wisdom check, though.
Okay. Let's do that. Wisdom. Hey, 15.
Okay. And There's a lot of people out right now. It's probably nothing. They're probably just headed to the meadery too. But there's two individuals that are following behind you. It's not like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, but you're aware.
Cool. I just sort of, I'll quicken my pace just a hair. To like,
You're not going to escape it.
I know. I knew it. I was like, do it. Yeah, I'm saying it.
Pun intended.
Yes, pun was totally it. Well, yeah. But I will quicken my pace a little bit, just to like, not saying it's probably nothing. Obviously, I'm not too worried. But I'll try to keep the tiniest bit of an eye on to see if they maintain the pace. Yeah, I will just sort of like quicken the pace a bit and just see if they're following with intention.
So, Penny, Cypress, are you following him, or was it just, wow, that was cool, I kind of want to talk to him?
Penny's keeping a casual pace, but the vibe is very much like, wow, that was really cool. I want to talk to him.
Okay.
Cypress is going to split off and move almost like at a diagonal, like heading towards a different tent or a different attraction.
Okay. As soon as Cypress does, you almost bump into Drolor.
Ah. Okay. How tall is Drolor?
Yes.
Cool.
Drolor is over 7 feet.
Fantastic. Okay.
I'm a fucking mountain. Excuse the language.
Drolor could play in the NBA and dominate Shaq.
Fantastic. Okay, so Cypress is going to do I see Drolor coming?
As you change directions, you kind of look back at Penny for just a second, and as you turn, there's his leg, and it takes everything to stop yourself before fully bumping into him.
I do not stop.
Okay, just...
Yep.
All right.
I ain't stopping either. I'm still looking at the bracelet.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Cypress, please make me a... no, just make a strength check.
Oh man, that's not the one I wanted you to say. Oh, that's not bad though. 17.
Drolor,
Yes.
go ahead and make a strength check with advantage.
Punt me. Yep.
21.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see.
Drolor, you're used to being so large around so many small folk. Even humans, or fully grown adult humans, are the size of children to you. And this one is, I'm not going to say it, it's just a little shorter than that.
Yeah, there you go.
And so immediately as you bump into this person, your left foot almost pulls back, or your right leg almost pulls back, and you sort of shuffle back onto your left as you're trying to not kick whatever you just bumped into. Unfortunately, Cypress, you are on the ground.
Cool. Cypress is going to like scramble up and take on a very like accusatory, like, don't you see I'm walking right here, how could you not? I was clearly walking here, and I mean I get it, I'm so small and you're so big, and that's probably part of the problem, but listen here. And he's gonna roll up his sleeves, and you're going to notice that underneath all of his like fur, you can kind of see the lines of some runic style tattoos in the patchiness and the burned patches on his fur. And he's going to point with like a tiny clawed finger and like, listen, you're really lucky that you're significantly bigger than me, because I have some things to say to you, and why don't you come on down here and we'll have a little chat about what you just did, huh?
How close are you standing to me?
As close as I possibly can.
Can I, when I look down, can I see him? Or is he like covered by just a stature?
Love it.
You're going to have to move your ginormous arm out of the way.
Droller's just like looking around of whatever this squeaking sound is coming from below. And when he finally moves his arm, he sees like, oh, I am so sorry. I should have been paying more attention where I was walking. Are you okay? And I'm gonna like reach down my hand to either help you up or to make sure that you're okay.
Is it the hand with your new bracelet or your new ring?
Do I have a coin somewhere here? Yes, I do. Heads it is. It is.
Okay. Player to player, are you okay with me trying to steal it?
You can certainly try.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I would
like
the ring, or
Yeah.
the bracelet.
whichever one is there. Anything shiny. This is my whole been my whole plan.
Nothing shiny.
No, it's not shiny.
Okay. Anything I can see, I'm gonna try and yoink it.
All right, I'll roll.
I'll say this. Depending on which one it is, you'll get a different reaction if
Cool.
I catch you.
If you're okay with that, I would
Yep.
like to.
Oh no, go
pursue
for it.
this.
I'm okay with.
Okay.
I'm okay with trying. I'm just warning you. Depending on which one you take.
So, remember, we're level 0.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it is dexterity versus wisdom.
Yes.
All right,
Ready?
go for it. I'm ready.
Okay. I have rolled.
I have rolled.
God damn
You
it.
rolled
That was
intelligence, not
intelligence. That was
wisdom.
intelligent. Whoops.
God
That
damn
would
it.
hurt.
I wanted to fail so bad.
It was the same. It was the same number roll
Yep.
on both.
Mhm.
You're able to get the ring.
Okay. I'm gonna like have my hand out still, and then once you're close enough, Cypress is gonna shift, grab it, wink, and then peel it off and run.
Oh,
Or try to run, I should say.
Do you wish to take an attack of opportunity?
I will
well,
always.
I
take
didn't
an
notice.
attack.
I failed. So
That's
against
true.
him. So I didn't even notice he took it. I'm just like, oh, he must be in a hurry.
Oh, that's even worse. That means my wink was for nothing. My wink was for the audience, and they don't know, and they don't care.
I don't even see the wink. I see the wink, and I think you're flirting with me.
Your wink was for your inner monologue.
It's fair, but
The wink was just a part of the game.
Like,
It was the
Oh.
matrix. Like,
I was like, I guess he's okay.
yep. and then I'm going to sprint off back to get back on track to meet up with Penny.
So, as you're finishing that, Penny, you're casually following in this individual as they've made their way into the meat house. The meat house itself is literally a series of pallets set next to each other with long timbers to cover the floor, to give it an actual solid floor all the way across. You have large poles across the outsides and a large center pole holding up the center of the tent. As there seems to be a one wall built up that houses the actual bar itself. The rest of this place is open air. It's a series of picnic tables, long tables for everybody to come sit, eat, and drink at. So you've both made your way up, Penny just trailing behind.
And once we're like in the meat hall, I've probably I've pulled out some of the bits to get like a simple meal and an ale, just a couple of things. As soon as I have them in my hands, I will turn and look directly at Penny and be like, "Want a bite? You seem quite interested in me, so I just want to extend the invitation."
What sucks, real butt, is that I got sick and I can't do my character voice I was planning, but I'm gonna try. But that's out of character. Penny looks surprised and then kind of smiles casually and rolls her shoulders and says, "If you're offering, sure, I'd love to."
Cool. And then I will hand them the meal that I just got, and then go order another other two. And I think I should have enough bits to maybe cover this. I'm assuming with the spectacular win, and I will just get another, and then I will sit down with them and have a kind of like this. I'm gonna sit with you. We're gonna have a talk apparently. So I noticed you noticing me. So
I want you to know that I noticed you too.
I wanted to... Yes. So hi, I'm Davin, and I'll put my hand out and as a greeting to shake your hand.
Penny extends their hand, takes yours and shakes it, and says, "Penelope. I prefer Penny, though."
Well, nice to meet you, Penny. I take it you're here for the festivities. I'm assuming. So, just like everyone else. So I am curious what drew you my way.
I see. I'm sorry if it unsettled you. I just I saw you at the expo and I was impressed. I'm sure everyone was who saw you. I actually wanted to ask you how you were able to get so good throwing axes. I've never been so good at it myself.
Well, a little bit of secret. I know how those axes are made. So I know, get a good like grip on them, and you can kind of get a feel for them, and you will know that how well to throw them to make sure that they hit where you want them to hit. But um, it was a little surprised with the second one, I will admit. I wasn't quite expecting to take down the whole bullseye, the whole target there. That was unexpected. I thought I was tired from the anvil all day, but you know, I guess I wasn't. I guess I wasn't.
The anvil. You're working the
I
celebration.
No, well, my father is. We figured it's a festival and you can sell your wares, so we're selling some items that we have from our shop.
I see. And you're also a half elf, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and it's weird. Like I've seen you, but I haven't seen you, and I go, oh, I see. So, where are you from?
I'm from the Sacred Lands.
So,
the forest with where the dragons go to die.
Okay, so now I'm gonna go. Do I know what that is?
It's not far from you. You definitely heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that land.
To the north of you.
To the north. I'm from Clement. Clement? Was it Clement? Gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have it written down and you think you know it. I'm not that far from here. I have a lot of family there, and we just decided to come to the festival to do some, sell our wares, have some fun, enjoy the city, enjoy the centennial. I mean, as you are probably a product of some of that piece, given your half elven nature. Yeah.
So you're a city boy, is what I'm hearing.
City, yeah, something like that. I grew up in Clement, and then we're just now. This is my kind of first real venturing, besides quick trips to gather supplies into the mountains. But this is the first time, so yeah. But you're how long have you been here?
Here it's fairly new. Only a few days now, I think. But I haven't been home in quite some time. 2 years, I think.
Ah. And I'm looking, I know we don't have like skills yet, but I want to see, should I keep going forward with this conversation or should I not? What was that, Eric?
You're muted, Eric.
If you want to push the conversation, charisma. If you want to know whether you should, wisdom.
Ooh.
Or you could just ask.
Well,
make
no.
Conversation.
I'm thinking I'm gonna be built the character because he's a shop owner or shopkeep, so he likes to look at and he can read people. So he's before he goes too far into a potentially dangerous. Someone who hasn't been home for 2 years is weird to him. So before he goes forward, he's going to just give it a look. So we're gonna do this. 11. I'm gonna.
Penny, Penny, would you like him to continue?
Yeah. Penny's vibe is intrigued by him, but is mayhaps a little awkward at conversation, but would like to continue a conversation with this individual.
Awesome. Cool. Here we go.
Well, before we continue, though, you have found your way finally to the meat hall, Norm. Cypress, you've definitely made your way, and you already see them talking. Why does she seem like she's enjoying them talking?
Probably because, well, okay, from a Cypress standpoint, probably because this seems to be a very entertaining and heartfelt and earnest individual, and I think that's a wonderful thing. And I'm gonna try and like take some spare chits off the table or out of the pocket if he's distracted.
Okay.
And Penny is going to lean forward to engage deeper into conversation.
I walk by. I'm sure this table's pretty close to like where the sweet rolls and things are. Not having any chits. I just come up and I say, "Hello, I'm here to procure some of your sweet rolls. I will have this many," and I just put all my money onto the counter. I just like pour it all out, and I say, "I have a friend that is needing these."
I know how you're gonna.
That's way too much money.
Do you not have enough?
You just gave me enough money to actually buy all the food in the house.
Oh, well, I don't want to. Wait.
Now, if you'd like to make a donation,
well, I don't know how we get
right. I will definitely feed you everything I can, and anything left over, I'll make sure goes to the widows and orphans.
Could I, by chance? Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then can I get, how much sweet rolls can I have? How much do you have by chance?
You just sit down and I'll keep bringing them to you until you pop.
Okay, I'm looking for about as much as I can carry.
Oh, you actually want to take for someone else? Oh, okay, yeah, not a problem. Your arms are they've only worked like this, right? So I'm gonna get you a sack.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I drew right here. Yeah. Just put it in the sack. I have a friend here that I need to go get.
And you just want the sweet rolls. You don't want any other sorts of pastries or anything.
I've only learned about the sweet rolls today. But yes, I will take a normal amount for a lot of people. I'm just going to be passing it out.
See, man of charity. I knew I liked you. So, as he sits here, he goes,
"Oh, pause."
Meow.
have-
I made a promise to the chat, so I have said meow. Twice now have I said meow.
You made a
Perfect.
promise to 2 people specifically.
Yeah, that's part of our chat.
That's our community.
About what? Okay.
I was just filling time. You're good.
Okay, gotcha. Yes. So I'm like, all right, just fill up the bag. That'll be fine. Is he frozen?
No.
I was having a moment. I was like, no.
A sack is exactly what I was planning on. That's perfect.
So he manages to go and get you a sack, and he starts filling it up with sweet rolls, and he throws in some donuts. And you said you're going to be giving stuff away, so he goes ahead and he adds a couple of turkey legs, and he's like, I don't know where you're going to keep these, but you want me to just go ahead and pour one in as he holds up a goblet of beer?
Oh yes, sure. I'll just put it right here, and puts it right here. So he like tilts it over, and it goes into his helmet a little bit.
You must be thin. I don't quite see your mouth.
No, as long as it gets in the helmet, I'll be fine.
You sure? Yeah.
Yes, it's perfectly fine.
All right. As he starts dumping. Did you get any of that?
Yes, it's perfect. It's delicious.
Oh, okay. All right. And
thank you. I'll be back.
And he just grabs 2 wineskins, has them filled up, and corks them, throws them into the sack. He's like, all right, here you go. And don't worry, the rest of it goes to the widows and orphans.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Perfect. Promises. Hey, good on you.
He's like, what an honest and good patron. And just goes walking. And he's like, all right, where was those people that they said they were stealing sweet rolls? I'm sure they're really hungry. And he's just looking around.
So, as you saw this man in plate mail come up, immediately give all of his money to this person. Get a huge sack of food and just start walking out. And you hear him, he's just going to go pass it out. Oh, all right. I mean, you've heard of, knights and other orders of people that, do those things. Maybe he's a knight.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir.
Sweet roll?
Sure, that sounds wonderful.
These are apparently very hard to come by.
Well, they're going to be no longer able to be come by because you have them all.
Well, yes, but now they're easier because I can go find people and give it to them.
That's accurate. I will take a sweet roll.
Perfect.
Sweet roll, please. Accent went into a weird place. Penny, would you like something? I still haven't noticed Cyrus, by the way. I don't believe.
I couldn't find the unmute button.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice him stealing the chits?
You can absolutely roll.
Okay.
Quick, while Eric's distracted.
Is it just intelligence? Oh no, it'd be wisdom, right?
Just wisdom.
Just flat wisdom. Where is it to?
Oh, you may have on the sheet. You may have it marked with advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, right, saving throws, right? No.
So no, that was just a check.
Okay.
But the 13 is the first number that rolled. So I do need your dexterity check then, Cypress. I also need your wisdom check.
Okay, here we go. Ha 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 ha. That's an 8.
Dad, what is this
Yeah.
person doing in your pocket?
I will reach down and grab a hand or an arm. Like,
And
hey,
Norm, you also see him.
It seems like I haven't given you any of these sweet rolls, but you have sticky fingers.
but I'm
Cypress was calculating the best way to get out of that, like the ultimate, like I have my excuse, I'm all ready to go, and Norm drops that and just.
Who are you?
Are you?
I
am
am you.
Norm Allman. And you, sir, are not making this festival fun.
You know
Oh
what?
my God.
You're right, Norm. I have nothing to say to this. Sir, I'm sorry.
He immediately grabs him. He's going to try to grab him, and he's
Do it.
going to be like, "All right, I guess you have to go to jail now. Is that
Do it.
how it works around here?"
Woof, are we gonna be doing PvP already?
No.
It's session 0.
Like, honestly, I'm not gonna contest that. I think that would be exactly like I'm down if you're down.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You have as many hit points as your Constitution modifier.
Okay.
Then maybe go easy on me.
I've got
Maybe.
4.
Maybe go easy.
I have 0. Am I dead?
Already.
No, but don't get hit.
How do you have a 0 con? Are you
I
new?
would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be trying to kill him or anything. I would just be here. I would just
I'm
make
just-
sure that
I will.
David knew that this guy was trying to steal from. Well, he didn't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
he's
I
like,
will. I
"Are
will
you?"
hold, please. Armored stranger. Norm, you said? Right. It's fine. I'll look at the bunny man. And be like, you have been caught. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm sorry that I was caught.
Hmm.
And Penny speaks up. Penny says, oh, hold on. I heard something about giving sweet rolls to widows and orphans. Look at him. He clearly one of those two things.
But I'm not gonna tell you which one.
It would be wrong to assume and discriminate in such a way.
I mean, that's fair, but he was trying to take something out of my pocket.
Yes. And
To
I
be
didn't
fair.
succeed.
To be fair, though, he's not an undead. So it's not discrimination to call them not a widow.
With that being said, it's fine. I will see that you've learned your lesson. No, I thought not. No.
Sorry.
Well, since you're here, might as well. You're gonna sit and stay here while me and Penny continue our conversation.
That
How about that?
sounds
Awful, right? Yeah.
And I'm like kind of hulking over. He's like, "Yes. How about you sit down for a minute?
okay.
Why don't we all
Have a sweet roll."
sit down?
And then
There's
Yep, done.
plenty of seats around.
Like a squirrel with a nut, just all up in that sweet roll.
It's actually
Which
really good.
ironically is made with hazelnut.
There you go. See,
Ooh,
I am bang on trend.
actually quite good.
Drolor, where did you go?
Um,
God.
I think Drolar is just going off to wander, people watch, kind of just seeing everything. He has a good view of everything and everyone. Just taking kind of taking it all in at this point. But no real aim in sight just until something catches his eye, something he may want to do or experience.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just walking, trying not to trip into anybody else. Still hasn't noticed his ring's gone.
Well, there were the darts, the axe throwing, apple bobbing, beanbag toss, spin the wheel. You have ball find. You have cups of dice and 3-card Monty. The silk maze. You could probably do the joust without a horse.
You could probably be the horse in the joust.
Oh, good lord.
From now on, Norm is sitting on top of Drolor's shoulders.
Oh lordy, that's gonna be fan art for later.
Yes, the fun police paladin and his trusty steed, the giant mage.
I think like he's looking at a lot of the games and he's like looking through them and it's like he's gonna break most of this or can't help but like say through the maze. He's probably as tall, like much taller than the maze itself, so he can clearly see through it. Or
The silk maze, yes. The hedge maze, no.
ooh, that actually would be something that interests him. He likes puzzles and such like that. So going through the hedge maze would be very, very intriguing for him.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that he'll see the hedge maze and start instantly get interested in his way over there.
With your long stride, it doesn't take you long to actually find the hedge maze. As you were in this area, and you can clearly see it right down the way.
Mm-hmm.
You get down there, you get to the entrance, and yeah. As you start going through the hedge maze, though, roll me a survival check. In this case, though, just wisdom.
Oh, okay. Four.
Okay.
He's smart but not wise.
You begin your walk-in. Everything seems fine. You make a good couple of turns. And then you turn again into a dead end.
Oh.
You start to backtrack, and simple enough. And another dead end.
Odd.
Process of elimination, you start making a bit more progress. But you've been slowed down. It's going to take you some more time before you can clear it.
Mm-hmm.
So what events then have been added on to that time? Actually, we've been taking a bit of time with you guys. So let's give Drolor a bit more time here in this maze.
Mm-hmm.
Drolor, go ahead and roll me another wisdom check.
He's gonna need it.
Thanks. 8.
Things are going much better.
Okay.
As you sit here, you manage to turn, get down another passageway, make another turn, and as you glance over, you can hear people laughing, saying, "We did it!" as they got out. And as you turn the corner to go in that direction, it's a dead end. Okay, maybe I got. Let me go back a little bit. Hold on. Wait, did I come from this way?
Mhm.
As you just kind of stop and you try and replay this maze in your head, trying to build this picture as you try and get your bearings.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a third check.
Four.
Does anybody have a sad trombone sound effect? As Drolor, as you can, if the hedges were enough to hold your weight, you could just reach up and grab them, pull, and look around. But they're not. And now you've got children that have gotten out of this maze, and you are stuck. No. The innocent part of you says, I should just ask for help, right? The other part of you, there is no way. I am 40 years old. I have been, practicing magic. I am doing everything else. There's everything that I've been involved with. There is no way. I need help getting out of a children's maze. Which voice do you listen to?
You know, that kind of anger would definitely build up in him for a bit, and you'd start to see some the footsteps are definitely starting to make a bigger tracks in the world on the path until he stops, closes his eyes, and takes a deep breath to try and pushes that voice back down, because he's aware that he needs to get out of this. He needs to be more calm, cool, and collected. So that is the ultimately the voice that wins is the more innocent voice, but that rage is still it's poking.
Okay. Then give me a charisma check at disadvantage.
Oh. Eight.
As you say the words, hey, can somebody help get me out of here? Those are the words. But the voice still carries with it that anger.
Yep.
And then as the children who turn the corner coming towards you, as you're shouting and how big you are and angry, ah! As they go running away.
Oh, no! I'm sorry. Trust me. I wasn't yelling at you. And oh, he's sad.
You are now hearing shouts of a monster in the maze.
Oh no!
What do you mean? And you can hear the kids. It's as big as a house.
Oh, I should probably get out of here. Shit.
So you are close to the exit, but you are in a false corridor. You are close to the exit, but you have to make a wisdom check at disadvantage to get out on your own right now.
Here goes nothing.
So we need 2 good rolls. Hey!
14.
Against the DC 13.
Ah!
So, as you sit here, a little bit panicked, it's not the first time you've had torches and pitchforks pointed at you.
Mm-mm.
Also, come on, guy that big, even when he's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your brain finally finishes the calculations on that puzzle you've been building of this place. And you go, no, that way. As you march back over, take that left, which would have been a right, as it snakes back around. And finally, after 2 more turns, you get to the exit.
Drolor kind of comes out of the exit, just a bit more huffing and puffing. You definitely some sweat rolling down, trying to catch his breath and looking around, making sure that there's no one coming, like visibly look like mad at him or anything. And you see, he instinctively goes back to his bracelet and starts rubbing it again.
Okay. Well, as you're coming out, trying to look around and trying to calm down, and several adults start running up, holding clubs. And they kind of stop. A child's fear is someone this big. And then they look at the size of you. It's like, we look like children to him. And our little clubs, that is his walking stick. That is a young tree. Was you being mean to our kids?
No. You got it all wrong. I was frustrated with the maze, and actually, I was shouting for help. And yeah, it might have sounded a little bit over the top, but I just was. It was not directed at them. I did nothing to harm your children.
So
I would never.
These people are already afraid. So please make a charisma check with advantage.
$19.
As the voice of reason, while you are being self-conscious and feel like you're stuttering, the slow rumble of Drolor comes out. Oh, sorry. I got lost inside. I was asking for help, and I must have been frustrated when I asked, and the kids got scared. Sorry. And the gentlest giant, as they're sitting here, you hear someone in the back whisper, "Oh, thank God he's on our side." As you can almost hear the other words, as wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley. One guy saying, "I still wouldn't want to meet him in a well lit one." Um, Turns out if you don't know how to fight, just size is enough to scare off everybody else. And you're also quite normally a very calm and stoic individual.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes through. And from the other side, people are seeing it coming up, and they're like, misunderstanding. And now it's kind of a joke that they're playing off. Big fella got lost. Kids see him, and he's just huffing and puffing. It wasn't nothing.
Maybe next year, if y'all want to have some fun with this, I could probably make up a Minotaur costume and be like a fun little Minotaur that's running through.
Isn't a Minotaur a cannibal?
Well, I'd make it look goofy.
Yeah, but if the kids heard Minotaur, and if they know that, I'm worried about the kids. What about just a big cow? Big cow.
That'll work, yeah.
Just maybe not specifically Minotaur.
The fair. That'll work.
As you seem to be making friends, the sun is going down.
Oh.
And the crowd begins to come out. As people are already preparing, massive ropes are strung up along the cliffside that ends the entire estate. As this entire place hangs hundreds of feet up off of a cliff. As the sun is setting, everything else, and you can see the workers from their cart, and they're pulling things out, and they've got long fuses as they prepare everything. And everyone's beginning to gather. Those of you in the meat house, I imagine y'all would be out for the fireworks and everything else. As everyone slowly makes their way, there's still a bit of other things going on as the fireworks are being set up, and before it gets dark enough to truly enjoy them. We have fire dancers and flame spitters and fire swallowers and all of these beautiful displays, very intricate. There are some minor displays of magic. I mean, one guy's shooting little sparks up out of his hands. One guy's making a candle flame dance, almost juggling them. There should be a lot more mages here. Idris, excuse me. Idris certainly has a magical capability. Anybody roll me Arcana?
Oh, all right. Oh. Shut up, Connor.
I got the dirty 20. I get to do a funny dance. That's the rules.
Well, technically, it should have just been intelligence, but it's fine.
Oh,
I made it. That was my mistake. Still, though,
That's why I was so excited.
you have a 14 on die plus 4.
yeah. Yeah.
And a 15 on die plus 3 for David. So, and 11 on die plus 4 for Drolor.
So I got a 18.
Yes. So those of you who have in the teens know that Idris uses magic for protection. They use magic to save their people from any type of extreme weather, and to make sure that there's going to be food for all the people. So those individuals blessed with the power of nature, they help make sure there's going to be enough crops for harvest. Outside of those things, yes, you practice, yes, you study, but it's not shown off ostentatiously. They have magic, lots of it. They have powerful magic, lots of it. But they don't sit here and treat it like a toy. So these petty performers, it's allowed. That is literal kid stuff that they're doing. That's okay. But we don't use big magic and all those things for ostentatious displays.
Got it.
And that's just
Gotcha.
a cultural thing inside of Idris. There's far more freedoms around the rest of the continent and beyond.
Interesting. I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm like, I mean, it's fine. I think this is what we would normally see. Like, this isn't while it seems odd considering all of the magic like that they have, this makes sense, right? Like, this is for fun. This is, festive, like, parlor tricks and what have you, for the sake of just adding to the show. The real mages are probably going to be doing something a lot better. They're busy, maybe, saving the crops or whatever. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Now, amongst all of this, one individual seems to be wearing a long set of green robes, wide-brimmed canvas style hat, as he stands up there and goes over and just checks all of the different nodules for the fireworks display. He's not stopping anybody from doing their things. He's just checking them and moving on. Just moving on.
Okay. Huh. Kind of eyeing it and just seeing. I mean, this doesn't seem out of the ordinary. It wouldn't seem out of the ordinary. It's just
nobody setting up is bothering him.
Yeah.
He's not bothering them. So
sort of
a common sense kind of thing, and knowing about the use of magic inside of Idris. He appears to just be doing a simple safety check to make sure that there's nothing extra that could potentially cause harm.
Right.
So the sun does finally set. The festivities end, and people begin to set up, throw up blankets, and sit down and get ready. And you have kids pulled up their families as close to the edge as they can to where the ropes are. It is 50 feet from the cliff edge, and they want to go farther. The fireworks are set out a little bit farther than that, and the kids are just trying to lay out directly underneath them. But no one goes past the rope. Parents know. No. It's just a little too dangerous. And everything here it's sensible. It's been a beautiful day. For climate, it has been Mediterranean. It's been a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful evening. Everything has been calm, just enough breeze to keep you cool without it being, throwing sand in your face. And that's when the first firework goes off into the night sky. Simple white flare shoots up. Two more. Green, blue, red, blue and green, red and blue, green and white. As they continue, the beautiful sound of the fireworks going off, a simple cascade thump, as then a small shriek as it rises, and then the sounds of waterfalls as the sparks fall back to the earth. And another one, followed by a massive boom. And then the firework explodes. As it's pitiful next to the boom that just happened. As you hear the crash behind you into the city, as other fireworks are starting to go off, it begins to alight the prow of an airship as it comes through, as cannon after cannon begins raining into the city.
Wait, what? This isn't the show. This isn't part of the show. This isn't part of the show. I don't start screaming. I don't think this is part of the show.
The city is behind us, right?
Yeah, you still got to get through it.
Oh, no. I will. Oh, gosh.
As more of that airship comes into view, you see it fire off another cannon. As you see it, it's shaped differently than the others. Large hexagonal shape. You can only make out its shape because as it fires, the cannonball itself is on fire. As it illuminates out of the barrel, the actual ship itself. As this giant ball of fire streaks through the sky and hits in town.
Run or something like
the screams of the citizens here at the fair begin to go really kick up as more people are realizing what's going on. We don't know who. But as you guys are beginning to turn and run and get up off the ground from where you were enjoying your views, you begin to move. And before you know it, you hear the sound of a gangplank collapse into the ground itself, and marching boots. And you hear spellcasters screaming. as you've heard words similar before, you know that's not an intelligible sentence. It's something else. As cannon fire, spell slinging, soldiers disembark, all from this main ship. As you turn to look over your shoulder to see the soldiers themselves, you do. These look like almost metallic skeletons dressed in fine military regalia. And you can see the pipes stuck to parts of them through the uniforms as steampunk skeletons come marching out of these gangplanks. As they sit here and hold rifles as they begin to move forward, as they just fire aimlessly into the crowd. More explosions, fires catching, people screaming. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Woohoo!
Oh no!
I rolled a 1.
So, Norm, you take a -1. Your total is your Constitution modifier. Damon, you take a 2.
Oh God, where am I at? I think I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're not good, but you're okay.
Yeah.
As all of this is happening, as you're trying to run away from that, you running towards the city on fire, collapsing, people screaming to get away from the fire, trying to come this way, people this way, trying to get that way away from the army, as two stampedes hit each other. You hear screams, cries. Without going into detail, you know there were children here.
Mm-hmm.
There were loving mothers and fathers, simple folk at the Peace Festival. As you sit here trying to get away, I need all of you to make a wisdom check.
Just a check, not a saving throw.
Nope, just a check.
One thing, I probably would have went to try to get those horses out, so that probably didn't make anything better. But my first thought was those horses that were in the stable. And I ran because that was the first thing. I was like, I'm gonna return these sweet rolls after, and then the fireworks started happening. And it's like, I'll go to that after this.
Well, I mean, yeah, you had the horses at the jousting arena. You had some of the horses and the ponies at the menagerie, along with some goats and a lot of other creatures that you didn't go examine.
Oh yeah, that probably would have been where I got the damage from. I would have been running in either from the fire or from maybe getting trampled a little bit.
Yeah, Norm took one as well. So.
Okay, I think. That was a 16 for me.
So, as you look back, you can see the commander who has come into frame as the able-bodied men have gone forward to try and stop this and fight. Anybody who was ever part of the militia or anything else are rushing forward with makeshift weapons as they run into a creature just taller than Drolor. Almost green-skinned. It's a shade of teal, scars covering them. Wielding a massive axe. Should be used in two hands, but instead they carry a shield on one side and leave these massive wild swings. They take disadvantage on their attack rolls, but do a shit ton of damage. As you see them hit, you see the sparks of lightning and the bodies being ejected from the battlefield. As you see the static clinging across the body as the bolts of lightning still trace through the sky. As you sit here trying to make your way one way or another, Penny, as you sit here and look around, Norm is back and he's got a couple of horses and he's sitting here and trying to get them to go. You see the people you've been hanging out with, at least today. This way. As you find a small opening. As you make your way, you get up to the bars. You can slide through. Cypress can slide through. David, Drolor, working together. Give me a strength check with advantage, one of you.
I can do it. If I can get to my sheet.
Can I cast spells and can I give them guidance?
Not yet.
You said strength check with advantage?
Strength check with advantage.
24.
24. As they are sliding through this gap, it looks like a cannonball might have already slid through here just enough to give it this extra bend. And as the two of you sit here and press almost against each other, putting a foot on each other, as you both pull and widen it for yourselves, and Norm as he finally catches up. Norm, your horse won't fit through there, bud.
I'm like, all right, you take these sweet rolls, you live your life, and I tie up some of the bags of sweet rolls onto its back, and I'm like, go, get on, get, and I slap it, and then I'm like, okay, you guys go in first. I'll squeeze through after you guys.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And you guys can now, if it's large enough space for Drolor to manage to get through, even Norm can. As you guys start making your way through the city, it's on fire, and parts of it are in rubble, as there is smoke and dust everywhere you go. Please make a Constitution check.
Oh, I should probably take it off. Sorry.
Yeah, I made the same mistake too.
Yeah. There we go. Well,
so, Cypress, you're fine. Drolor, you're taller than everyone else. And as you sit here, the cloud of smoke hasn't settled yet. And as heat rises and smoke has to settle, you can't get away from this cloud. As you come through, you come out hacking worse than me. Penny, you have a small form. You're already shorter than most. As you simply get down and try and quickly scuttle underneath this cloud. Norm, you just somehow barrel through, leaving this actual trail in the smoke itself. And as you try to follow Norm, David, the funny thing about smoke is as it sits here and it's pulled in a vacuum that's created, as somebody tries to run through it, the rest of it circles back in, and as you sit here and start running in, you run into the new smoke as you sit here and try to breathe, and you start coughing as well. So David and Drolor each take one.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Have you dropped to 0?
No.
Okay.
One left.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah. As you stop and try to get your bearings in a city that you're all unfamiliar with. I think one of you had tried to visit the city, a little longer. David, I think you had been hanging out for just a little bit with your dad as you tried to set up your shop and go over everything.
Yeah.
But how much time do you think you actually had to navigate this city?
Wait, if we've only been here, I would say we would have gotten here only a couple of days before the festival, just to we were planning on setting up a new shop here. That was the ultimate goal. Like we were gonna the festival was sort of going to be our trial, because this we make weapons, we make armor, we do all those things. Could we do enough to appease whoever, the city that be and all that stuff. But we wouldn't have known much, maybe where we were staying, and maybe when we got here for the festival and set up. So a few days maybe walking around town, but I wouldn't know the ins and outs of everything, considering the town's Idris is probably a larger city.
It is one of the largest cities in the world.
Yeah. So
you probably, with the amount of money that you guys had to start with, there's a very good chance that you were in the inns just south of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Without trying to spend too much money.
Yeah.
But also,
yeah.
So it gives you a landmark. But as you stop it, try to get that out of your lungs and try and catch your breath.
Like that.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
You look back up, and the last of the fireworks is just going off. And you see 3 of those ships, not just one. And you see them continually to unload troops.
We've got to get out of here as fast as possible. We can't stay here. There's 3 more ships. I will yell that to you all ahead of me. It's crazy. We should run or find something or somewhere to hide, but I don't know if there's a place to hide anymore. Yeah. So I'll just start picking up my pace and try to get out of here.
Is there ambiance playing?
It wasn't supposed to be. When did that happen? Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's fitting.
It was definitely fitting. It's definitely fitting. I don't know if it's transferring over to the stream, but I think it's from the from Roll20.
from Roll20.
Yeah, it's in the jukebox.
But I did not know I had set that up. I had forgotten. So as you make your way south, you manage to get to where the inn used to be.
Yeah.
You now find it broken as a cannonball has come through the roof and side wall and just left this place a hollow shell. I do want to turn that down, though.
To turn it down, go to the settings, and then in audio and video, there's a master music volume level. You can turn it down. You can even turn it to 0 if you needed to, but yeah.
That's better.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Roll20 and new things.
Yep.
We're all getting used to it.
So as you sit here, this hollowed out shell of the inn you used to stay at, once again, your unfamiliar surroundings as panic begins to set in. As you hear the boots behind you.
Fuck.
The slow and steady march of this undead construct. You're not sure.
Right.
Penny, roll a wisdom check.
You're muted. You're both muted.
I know, I was screaming and I was saying, oh, it's okay. I'm okay. It's fine.
Penny, just a bit ago, you saw one of those mages as he's reached in to his bag, as he holds up a crystal to shout and give commands. Something about that crystal, as you looked at it, you saw its form. That crystal was a replica of these soldiers. How could so many? The possibility of one, yes. How could so many look like just this one?
I want to, at that realization, grab whoever is closest to me and without even looking at them, just say, we need to leave. We need to leave right now. There's nothing there's nothing we can do right now. We need to go, and we need to stay alive, and we need to leave. We need to go.
I will say I was probably, well, no, I was further back, so it wouldn't be me.
I wouldn't have left Penny's side that whole time.
Okay.
I would have been trailing behind everybody else because I can hold my breath for an hour. So I'm sure when we were going through the smoke, I was making sure nobody was straying off.
Then take back the point that you would have lost for that.
Oh, I only took a point. I think I passed I got a 23 on my constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, but regardless, I was making sure everybody was keeping in
please
line.
remind me about your racial abilities. We don't have class abilities yet. We're still level 0, but racial abilities certainly do count.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. But I like hearing Penny. I will start picking up the pace and sprinting, as it were. I don't know where to go, but I know you're saying we need to leave, so we should leave.
We need to leave, and we need to stay hidden. We cannot be seen. We cannot. I don't know what type of magic they're using. Not exactly, but we cannot let them catch us.
Crack of
the
a
thing that they're
gunshot.
holding.
What?
Crack of a gunshot.
Shit.
They're getting closer.
We go now.
We go.
Now, outside the city, we got to get
And he
into the
said
wilderness.
that
and
thing
move
they're
in.
holding, but you run. We don't know where. I need all of you to make a wisdom check. High roll's going to take this. All we got to do is navigate the city. We're just looking for a path that's not destroyed or on fire.
21.
David, clear path. You start traveling west. Everybody, this way.
Yeah. We'll start going, as I point left, west.
Well, left, right, north, south. At this point, you're all discombobulated. You just know, you don't know your north, south, east, west right now, but you know that way as you start taking them that way.
Yeah.
And with an 18, that's 2 successes for the group. So as you manage to get to the next hurdle as well, as you sit here and turn again, as you start coming up on an intersection and you hear that maniacal laughter and you see something, a flash of lightning. Do you want to engage it or do you want to run?
If I were feeling better than I do now, I would. I am.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it. But.
Yeah, I am like super fucking. I am feeling the ills of this run, but I am so tempted.
No thoughts, just vibes. We're running.
Yeah.
Wisdom checks. Wisdom checks. Oof. I got a 16 and a 20. Unfortunately, the 1 is going to hurt the 16. So as you guys see this, what you realize now is another Goliath. But instead of being a stone Goliath like Drolor, it's a sea Goliath, descended from a storm giant.
No.
Yeah, no.
So what's messed up is I updated my character backstory stuff, and the only thing on Roll20 that I put under backstory, I said definitely afraid of the open ocean.
Oh.
So I think that's where that Storm Giant natural 1 for me comes in, is because,
All
I
right.
don't like that.
It is now
Nice.
canon.
Yep. Yep.
Uh-oh.
As Penny, you have to physically grab Cypress. They're stuck. They can't move.
I'll do it. I'll fucking grab him by his little rabbit tail. I'll do it. You're not supposed to do it, but I'll do it.
You lose time, but you begin to find the part of a roof has collapsed, has slidden completely off, giving you this triangular passage to sit here and try and move through part of the streets and find somewhere else to be. You're stepping over broken tile shingles. They crack underneath your feet as you continue to run.
Penny, you said something about he was holding something.
The crystal he was holding. I've seen it before. Not that one, but like it. It holds the soldiers. It was the soldiers, and there's too many of them. One crystal shouldn't be able to create that many soldiers, but it was, and if all I know is that if that was able to create that many soldiers, that many monsters, we need to run. There's no way that we can do anything to stop it. Don't put me in the spotlight. That's rude.
I found a way to give somebody their time instead of people having to look at my mug.
Dang it.
StreamYard
That's all
is
good.
fun.
That's fun. I liked it. I like it. Love it. Oh.
How else are you going to get your drum solos?
By banging on my desk.
Wait, I've got 2 of these. Never mind. Anyway, then I guess we need to keep running, unless we there's nothing. I mean, the only thing I can think of is trying to get that crystal out of his hands, but I don't think that's doable.
It would be a suicide mission. And I know, personally, I cannot even endure a punch right now. So if you want to try it, go for it. But I say we run.
Not ready for that. Not yet. There's a part of me that wants to, but I don't think it's safe now. We should keep running. Keep on running.
You guys have managed to slip past a lot of the dangers on just what's clear.
Yeah.
At this point, though, with you traveling in any direction that was just available to you, you have failed to cover large distances. So now, dexterity checks.
No!
As now, you try to creep out of the city.
Oh no. Fuck me. Oh.
Oh no!
For those of you keeping track at home, that was a whole series of failures and one mid done by me.
Not
No.
just a whole series of failures. 2 nat ones.
2 nat 1s, 2 5s, and my sexy 14.
Oh no!
I mean,
Connor, does
yes,
your back
but
hurt from carrying this team?
A little bit. In this one instance, yes.
so whoever's singing "Oh No,"
That was me.
yes, but no.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's more like that. "Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Run
Yeah.
as the soldiers have found you.
Fuck.
As you are sitting here trying to creep out, you manage to move. All right. You move through this alleyway into this one. As you look back at your friends, as you step out into the next alleyway, and there is 6 of these metallic skeletons in fine military dress, pistons coming off the arms as they sit here and pull back and forth as they hold their guns, moving jerkily. As you see them all starting to aim towards you, the good news is whatever they are is slow, but they are consistent. So everybody make another dexterity check, because this is your chance to try to get away.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
There we go. There
yeah.
we go.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Look at all of those nice numbers.
Oh, that was
Nat
nice.
So much
20.
better.
Two nat
And the
20.
balances have reset themselves. Damn.
Oh, dang.
For
What was
those
that
of
the first
you,
time?
Like in that moment, I was like, I'm the only natural prey creature here, and all of these natural predators here are fucking up my stealth.
I'm
But
just
we're
a
all good.
giant target right now.
We're all good.
How close were they by chance? Were they close enough for me to have, like, I don't know, try to grab one of their guns?
Ooh.
ooh,
They were about a dozen feet away.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, they were close enough to shoot you, but
Yeah.
all bad. As suddenly you guys hear a voice behind you. As he sits here and goes, "Run, I'll cover you." As you all turn, Finn, your eyes flare with recognition. Blue robes, silver hair, your friend. As all of a sudden, the air just gets thick around you. As all the dust and rocks begin to just pick up and just start going at them. Nothing's getting harmed. But as he tells you again, run.
Sure. Done.
Yeah, I'm
Take off.
grabbing Penny's hand at that.
That's good because Penny was locked in that
Yeah.
moment, watching what was happening.
Yeah. That's one kick to the tap to the back of the knee, grab the hand and just go.
As a wave of telekinetic force just pushes everything here that way. Giving you guys a chance to escape. By the way, you're only getting that because 4 of you rolled over 20.
Woo!
Y'all unlocked the bonus character.
We're heroes, guys.
No, someone else was, but it'll
That's
give you a
okay.
chance to be hero later.
That's okay. I'm fine. He who fights and runs away lives to fight another day. And we're not even fighting yet. So we're just running.
As You like look back for a second and you just see a wave of smoke and dirt and rocks just rushing through that behind you where you were previously standing, and it just forms a cloud that goes up into the sky. And for a moment you can see those 10 soldiers.
Ha 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 ha. Nice.
Jorla has a bit of a smile on his face looking at that.
As you glance back, no one's there.
Let's keep going. Let's keep running. Gotta get
That
away.
is also 5 successes. So you guys managed to, with that out of the way, managed to slowly, consistently creep through the rest of the city. Finn, seeing him again, and so far from home. That crystal. There's too many of them. And what are they? I mean, I know what they should be, but it's not right. It can't be right. One of them, okay. That many, no. Something is wrong. As you guys sit here, Penny is checked out. She's just following along as you drag her by the hand, Cypress. As Damon, you seem to have found this place where you sort of take the lead. It may not be that you're a leader. Maybe it's that you're just brazen enough to take the risk that nobody else is.
That's fair.
Maybe it's just fear pushing you forward. But you find your footsteps first.
That's probably more
You're
accurate.
not followed. As you finally make your way out of the city, through the city gates, and fall into a crowd. Dozens of other people making their way to the forest. As you guys continue on, crying, running, children ahead of you, beside you, behind you, behind you.
Shit.
They haven't stopped. They're still coming. Mothers and fathers picking up their children as they start to run. Everyone else, as you see children crying, Penny, immediately you just grab one and start running. As you all sit here and do what you can to help who you can run. You still hear them, faintly. You're running faster than they walk. But you're tired, and they're not. Okay, we can't run. We walk.
Oh.
And I think this episode is heartbreaking. This is only episode 1.
Yep.
So, as you continue to move, your feet hurt. Your back hurts. You're so tired. Fear keeps you awake. Fear keeps you moving. Fear is a friend you didn't think you wanted. Fear can keep you alive if you keep moving. Droller, you have a child in each hand, another sitting on each arm, one sitting on each shoulder as you're just like cuddling them onto you, as the other two are just like leaning onto the sides of your head, as weary parents are just sitting here as they have no strength left in their arms, as they just look up to you as this gentle giant beside them. No, he's one of us. He's not separate. He's one of us. As you continue to push, Norm, it's each leg just seems to get heavier. Okay, just keep moving. Just keep moving. David. Where's your father? Did he get out?
Yep, that was on my mind. 100%.
As you look at even the group around you and the child in your own arms, you know where your father was. He was looking for you. The only thing we can do now is hope that your dad made the realization that things were bad. Get away from the trouble. We'll meet up again. Yeah. He knows that. This was just too big for any of us. We weren't ready. Idris wasn't ready. We'll meet up again. He knows.
Uh-huh.
For those of you who saw the chat, who asked, Eric, who hurt you?
This thing called life.
So, Cypress. Penny's not in danger right now. But there's a lot of other stuff. And there's a lot of money that was left behind. I mean, we could have used that. I mean, look, we're out, we're safe. Okay, great. Yes. We're also broke. But as you sit here, Mama, I'm hungry. It's all right, child. We're almost there. We're almost there.
I immediately. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I immediately hand over what left of the sweet rolls that I have over to these kids.
And that cues you to start passing them out to the others.
Oh yeah.
But Cypress, one you had stolen earlier. As somebody was complaining, somebody stole my sweet roll. As you sit here, you pull out a half-eaten sweet roll, and you give it to this crying, scared, hurting child. It's funny. You just now realized y'all are hungry too. It's quiet. It's quiet. And the sun is coming up. Just come to this map. As you all finally find time to sit and rest. You stayed off the road, trekking through the forest, slower, safer. We have cover behind us. Worst case scenario is Droller bangs his head. But he's pretty tough. We'll manage.
I'm resistant to bludgeoning damage from non-magical, so big deal.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. As you guys sit here, finally able to sit, finally able to rest. What just happened? So we're going to go in reverse order. Norm, what do you think just happened?
He
And
Norm.
is this your internal thoughts, or is this you with the group?
This is I guess this would be my internal thoughts. Like, definitely, he's been like dissecting every single. As somebody that usually likes to record everything in his head, he's like breaking down every moment and thinking like, all right, who would be sending airships to attack and all that, and like not knowing anything about the gem or anything like that, thinking, okay, this is somebody that definitely did not like festivals. But yeah, he has no clue about who did it or anything like that. He partially just thinking about everything that he could have done in the time that he did, or it's like did all the like he's just replaying everything and thinking, did I do everything I could? Did I and then also that I hope that guy puts that fund to good use since I donated to the widows and the orphans.
Droller.
I'm Droller's just sitting there contemplating thinking about all of, more specifically, the children that may have been hurt or lost. He's also thinking about the brother and sister he met at the stand, and hoping that.
Small note: you didn't meet the brother.
Oh, sorry.
Cypress did.
Yeah.
That's who we sold Sweet Wolf from.
Ah, okay. And I'm sitting there just hoping that they both are safe. That they both have each other. And again, as thinking this, rubbing that bracelet, rubbing my sister's name.
David.
Trying to think back on my father's stories during the the darker times, the non-peace times, and I'm wondering who would want to disturb that, who would want to disrupt that. It's been 100 years, and why now, and why in such a drastic and dramatic way?
With the knowledge of your father's stories of history and everything else, make an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. Here we go. 22. Rolled a 19. Nice. Sorry.
You don't know about that sea Goliath.
Yeah.
Their clothing was something else. But the uniforms on those things, that was Elan. The neighboring Elan, E-L-A-N. It's the neighboring country, or the neighboring continent. That was them.
And as I start thinking about that and realizing that an anger begins to swell, this has been peaceful. So why? And even if they're not actually from there, something had to have come from there to make this possible. So it and in that moment, he then kind of calms himself because he's realizing he's just looking for someone to blame. He's just trying to find a reason a way to point a finger at something or someone, knowing that without too much information, the only little bits that he has from Penny and just the knowledge he just got gleaned from his father, he's sort of like, okay, it had to have been something, but who could it have been? And then he starts to recall that he's still worried about his father. He will take a moment and just sort of look around and just maybe he'll be lucky, and these like this group was some of the group that may have followed, that his father may have followed, but hoping that that's the case. But who knows?
Cypress.
Cypress is off somewhere where there's like a patch of dirt, and with a stick is just kind of drawing and writing things and then smoothing it out. Somewhere where he can keep eyesight on Penny at all times, but is writing and writing lines and smoothing it out. And what he's working through is that every great con and every great grift, there's somebody trying to get something, and what would someone be trying to, what would they be trying to get from this? And as he replays the entire time over and over and over in his mind, the one of the people that stands out is the person in the green robes with the fireworks. That every great magic trick to pick someone's pocket has a misdirect, and the fireworks went off and the airship came, and that couldn't have been a coincidence. And as he writes line after line after line and then rewrites, he's in a way reinventing his own not perception but motivation for himself of what he could have done differently and what he wants to do differently, and ways to improve on himself in this moment to make sure that nobody gets to pull one over him again like this.
So it looks like that mage was playing the fiddle game. If you know, you know. Penny.
Penny is not quite catatonic, but very just in themselves in this moment. And I think it's just like hold up against a tree and has taken something out of their pocket, and is just holding it in their hand so that they can see it, and just kind of like idly tracing a finger over its lines. And their mind is just racing and going back and forth between what they saw, but sticking more solidly on the appearance of their friend and the crystal, and how so many of the soldiers could be seen and like be contained in that crystal, and how it was that their friend could help them so far away from home. And they keep running it back and forth in their mind, and they're not quite absorbing any of the other details of what they experienced or saw.
As you recount what you know those beings, those creatures, those intelligences differently than most. You didn't go to school. You sat with them, you talked with them, you ate with them. The espers and primals and other creatures that live in harmony in small nomadic pockets in your homeland, in your new homeland. You've come to understand them in a different way. Make a wisdom check with advantage.
Yay!
This is understanding their behaviors and everything else, not textbook. Ooh,
I'll take the
19.
19.
You know that they were wrong from the start. Could one possibly look like that? Sure. If that's what it felt like when they carved it, if that's who it really was. But that many is not how so many things are. If you take the flower of a sunflower, no two petals are the same. But they're all sunflower petals, right? Wait a minute. If there's that much difference in each one when you actually look at them, those should have been different. If they weren't, that means that's not who they wanted to be. If that's not who they wanted to be, if that's not the true heart of the being when it found and bonded with the crystal, that means that somebody shaped that crystal and warped that creature's spirit. They bent it, they broke it, they tortured it into that shape. And they did it again and again and again. And then they don't even give them the solidarity of each having their own crystal. They just forced another one. Now you have dozens of tortured, agonized minds shoved into a tiny crystal prison instead of it being its natural home.
I think as that realization dawns on Penny, they say almost to themselves, they need to be rescued. I need to save them.
You all hear Penny say this.
Who needs to be rescued? I mean, besides all of these people here.
Penny jumps because they didn't realize you were there. And they quickly stow the object that they were holding back in their pocket. And they look at you and they say, "Those soldiers. Those things. They're not... They didn't want to be that way. They didn't... They need to be saved. They didn't... I don't think they wanted to do any of this."
How do you know?
You know the sacred lands, right?
Mm-hmm. Somewhat, yes.
They're They're full of magic. And I spent my life in those woods with that magic, and I know those creatures. And I don't want to share more than I have to, but the way that those soldiers were made, it wasn't supposed to be that way. It wasn't natural. It wasn't holy. It wasn't good. And I don't think that they wanted to be created that way or known that way. Not by that silhouette and not by those numbers. They're supposed to be alone. They're not supposed to have that many together. And I think it can hurt them. And I think what they had to do, it wasn't what they wanted to do.
So you think they're innocents?
Aye.
And you believe that?
I do. I'd put my life on it.
But these transmuted beings, who would have been able to control that? Somebody recognized them? They're from someplace else?
The uniforms are from Elan, but that's just the uniforms. If they were constructs or, as you're saying, trapped creatures or souls, who's to say they weren't forced into these outfits as a fake out, as a way to make it so it looked like it was from there. For what reason I don't know, but maybe, as you said, as a way to deceive from the true enemy.
It's a misdirection.
I don't know if it would be this. I don't know if it would be a misdirection. I don't know if they dress them up to do that. But I know the one who can control them is someone like me. I can summon spirits. They were my Cypress. Stop. You know, and I know that they're real.
That remains to be
You've
seen.
seen them. You've seen them.
I can either confirm or deny that.
Did you see? No, do not wag your little bunny finger at me. Did you see? I did. I said it. Did you see? Did you see that person who helped us when we were surrounded?
The white-haired man.
The one with the silver hair. Aye.
Yes.
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 Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And did you also see how he disappeared?
Well,
No,
suddenly?
I was running.
Oh, so you didn't see. Uh-huh. That was a spirit, Cypress.
Mm.
How do you know
That
that?
was my friend.
He was your friend?
He was a friend.
Was. As in past tense?
He is a friend.
Okay.
A friend. It's his name. His name
His
is A
name.
friend.
Okay. Okay. That being said, the issue now is we don't know who that was and why. Why this destruction on this day or
They
yesterday?
clearly wanted something. To send a message, to get a thing, anything. That's why.
Fair.
Trollor, what does everyone crave?
Power.
A good bed to sleep on.
What does someone that has a bit of always want more of?
Power.
That's a good point.
I don't think this was a misdirection. I think this was a message.
Maybe.
We have two very good opinions.
Yeah.
This could be exactly Elon wanting power, or it could be a very clever ruse framing Elon while attacking the Peace Festival. Soldiers dressed as their colors, as a way for you to never look at the real culprit.
It could be one of the.
Yeah, and only someone as suspicious and, for lack of a better term, conniving as Cyprus would be able to notice it.
It's what I would do.
Yeah.
But you've all begun to share. Is there anything that you want to voice together before we close?
Penny, you mentioned the crystal, and you've now indicated this thing as it was a way to grab these souls, spirits.
It's more of their hearts. It's the crystals help them create a physical form, and you can shape their forms you can shape their hearts to fit the forms, and sometimes it goes wrong, and sometimes it's not used for good, and sometimes it's used for slavery and destruction and hurt.
Well, we got a good amount of that today.
It's a way to control them and to keep them in one space.
So for now, what can we do? I mean, who could harness that much and that much of ability? You said you could do it. I'm assuming it takes skill.
It takes tremendous skill and
So
tremendous power.
someone would have to have both to pull off what they did. And you wouldn't know anyone capable of doing that. Or would your friend know?
I don't know if he would know, but I know that I was the only summoner where I grew up. And I'm not as well versed as some others might be.
Gavin just pauses and kind of looks at you and looks at it's becoming a bit much.
The way that I learned was like our armored friend with those horses. I learned the natural way, not the book smart way.
Got it. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. Maybe we should rest if we can. I don't know what we're doing next, but we should probably get prepared for something. Yeah.
So, as you sit here, sorting through your own feelings, your recollections of the events that you have perceived, trying to rest your body and mind. Eventually, your slumber is overtaken with the sound of more refugees. As one of them, well dressed, armored, carrying a golden mace. Is everyone all right? Oh, all right. Here. Is anyone hungry? As she hooks her mace to her belt. Here. As she closes her palms as a golden light emerges from inside, as she then hands small berries to everyone. As she does this again and again, passing them out. I know it doesn't look like much, but only take one. Magic is much better than you expect. As you all find yourselves revitalized, refreshed. They don't know yet. As you hear a couple of odd gasps from the crowd. Did somebody recognize her? Y'all were visitors, but amongst all of the refugees here, someone had to be a native. Princess. Oh, princess of what? Castle's fallen. Kingdom gone. Worrying about you now. As she makes sure that everyone gets something to eat. She begins treating people's wounds. This golden light cascades over people's open lacerations and anything else, head trauma, as suddenly people are no longer dazed and confused. People are no longer bleeding. Still bloodied, but no longer bleeding. I know you're tired, but we've got to get up. I was able to slow them down, but they are still coming. Come on now. Everyone on your feet. Come, come, come. As she starts ushering everyone forward. Deirdre, take point. Lead them forward. As a rather muscular woman with the entire side of her head shaved. Yes, princess. Runs forward wearing only her trousers and a brigandine, holding a spear. She grabbed whatever armor she could and got to work. As she sit here, everyone follow me. As she already is taken off ahead of everyone else. Now you have to catch up, as she is already making sure the ways are clear.
I'm making sure that the kids nearby also have a ride.
Oh, yes. It's very good of you. Looks like everyone's doing their part. All right, come on. We have to get to my cousin. They'll take us in.
Lead the way.
Come on. Forward now. I have the rear guard. Oh, who? You stop that now. There's no one not worthy. As this woman, the princess? Does anybody know who she is? Intelligence checks. I mean, has anybody heard of her?
Oh, sorry. That still doesn't. I'm not gonna try again. That's fine.
Not today. That's okay. Another time. But people recognize her. They trust her. And she doesn't know who all's here, but she gives everybody the benefit of the doubt. There's no second guessing. It's just compassion and empathy. And she's got your back. I don't know what berries are going to do to stop those guys.
Mm-hmm.
She seems confident enough. And she might definitely kill him with kindness. That's the name of her mace.
Nice.
On your feet again, you begin the march. Your feet hurt a little less. Actually, as the last bit of berry juice gets licked from your lips, your feet don't hurt at all. Every bit of tired is swept from your body. No ache, no fatigue, just ready.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for a new day. You certainly still have your natural fears and plenty of apprehension about the events of what's going on. But Cypress, even you have trouble not trusting her.
And I am so suspicious of that.
Yeah, you're questioning yourself about
Yeah.
why would I trust anybody that readily.
Yeah.
So, as you guys continue, it's an entire another day before you even get to the stone bridge that leads you across the river. Actually, did I get the name on that river? Because, you know, I only spend how many thousand hours doing this crap.
Was it enough to make a 40K reference?
Did we want to make one? Oh. The Sigi. Sigi. With another full day of traveling, you make it to the stone bridge. And you can only camp at its base. With its few protectors around, they stand watch. Those of you who have a bit more confidence may volunteer to stand guard. Take a shift. Give your protectors a break.
I'll do it.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I would be definitely volunteering.
And with everyone's help, you guys are able to rotate out and give everyone a chance to at least get a short rest in. Soon, morning will come, and we're nearly to Finley. And that's where we're going to end tonight. So, thank you all for watching. I am Dungeon Master Eric. I have taken you on this emotional roller coaster from what started off with, hey, look, it's a peace fair with a small petting zoo, and look, they're playing darts, and oh, look, there's drinking games, to, oh God, we're all going to die, and all of our loved ones are in danger.
Everything's on
Everything is on fire. Don't worry, it's just an analogy to life.
fire.
So, everybody, who are you? Starting with Finn.
Well, I'm Finn. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Connor's younger sibling, and I was playing Penny, who's also a they, them.
Connor.
I'm Connor. I'm Finn's older sibling. My pronouns are he, him. I was playing Cypress, who also uses he, him pronouns. Are we doing plugs for other things or no?
Right now, as long as it is on Vibe Tribe, yes. And but until we get a word from our fearless leader, we're going to hold off on off-brand.
Cool. All I have is Vibe Tribe, so that's all I'm going to plug.
Right.
Come and see me in El Juego, which plays on Sundays once a month on the Vibe Tribe, as well as in Between the Pros, run by my sibling Finn, who I guess is on this side of me, not that side of me, which will be starting next Sunday with some people in this cast as well. So yeah, come watch me for those two things too. Thank you very much.
All right, David.
Hey everyone, I'm Damon. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Davin, who is really scared. I don't know, whatever. And his pronouns are also he, him. You can also catch me in the Golden Feathers of Tea and Tang, which actually began last week on Tuesday nights here on the Vibe Tribe. Catch us, see us, have fun. I'm tired.
Yeah, I know, me too. All right, Riku.
Hello, I'm Riku. Use he, him pronouns. I have been playing Drolor, who also uses he, him pronouns. You can find me here on the Vibe Tribe and a couple other games that have yet to start yet, as well as the upcoming season 3 of the Academy here on Vibe Tribe. As the DM for that, will be starting that back up very soon. So be on the lookout for that.
All right, last but not least.
I'm Dan. I go by they, them, or he, him, and I'm playing Norm Allman, which goes by they, them. I'm also going to be in Between the Pros, which starts next Sunday. And just had a great time. So it was a roller coaster, and I know Norm is very much thinking that he does not like sweet rolls as much as he first came to the festival. But at the same time, he's like, at least I gave it to everyone else.
So yeah, any other projects? Anybody?
Well, I'll be DMing the new Vibe Tribe podcast thing, streaming on Sunday starting January the 14th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's it.
And I get to be a player. Yay. I'm Eric, he, him, and I'm everyone else and the narrator, so I'm definitely they, them. Guys, thank you all so much. I know we're a brand new show. We got a bit of a rocky start. Don't worry. I think, was this the last rehearsal?
Yes, this is this is my last rehearsal. Next week is Tech Week, but we don't play next week, so after that, I'm free! So, yes, I am a big theater person for those who aren't, who know me. So we're, at least the show is only one weekend. So I got this week and next week, and then I'm done for a bit.
So, yes. So if we will get our permissions to find out whether or not we can share that project with you, if you have the availability, if you broadcast that program in any way, then we'll try and share that information with our viewers. Thank you guys so much. Guys, it's an absolute pleasure. I love doing this. I love telling stories and sharing this with you. I chose this cast because whenever I was talking to them, they made me feel things. And so I had to make them feel things.
Fair.
Before we actually, we're going to sign off, but before we close out, I would like to talk with everybody just to make sure we're all still green. All right, guys, thank you all so much. And I took him down a little quick. I apologize. But okay. We appreciate you guys so much, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. And this game will be bi-weekly. So you have next week off. Come back and see us. Yes, good night. Marjorie tells everybody good night. Thank you so much. We love you guys. I want to say it, but somebody else already does it, so I can't. But so until next Monday, love you. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.